Ugh. Hello, everybody. So I did all the submissions, all the fetch missions and side quests earlier. So now I'm about to go ahead and continue the main story.
How are
How
you
are you
feeling,
feeling,
Joshua?
Joshua?
Better
Better
than I
than I
was.
was,
But
but
not
not nearly
nearly
as
as well
well
as
as
you
you
should
should
be.
be.
Your
Your
cuts
cuts
and
and
burns may
burns
have
may have
healed,
healed,
but your
but your
body
body
still
still
bears the
bears the
burden of
burden of
every
every
spell
spell
cast.
cast.
And
And what would you have me do?
It was
It was
no
no
ordinary
ordinary
foe
foe
we
we
faced.
faced.
It
It
was
was
the
the
Warden
Warden
of
of
Darkness.
Darkness.
Yet
Yet
still,
still,
it
it
was
was
not
not
enough.
enough.
The
The
king could
king
have
could have
ended
ended
me at
me
any
at any
moment,
moment,
but
but
instead
instead
chose
chose
to
to
toy
toy
with
with
me
me
like
like
a
a
curl
curl
does a
does a
mouse.
mouse.
Yeah, you
You
underestimate
underestimate
yourself.
yourself.
Oh,
Oh,
it was
it was
crystal
crystal
clear.
clear.
Only
Only
one
one
man
man
established
established
his
his
dominance
dominance
that
that
day,
day,
and that
and that
man was
man was
Barnabas.
Barnabas.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry,
brother.
brother.
That
That
was
was
ill
ill
spoken.
spoken.
It's
It's
just,
just,
I have
I
never
have
felt
felt
so
so
powerless.
powerless.
And when
And when
so
so
many are
many are
looking to
looking
us
to
for
us for
strength,
strength,
perhaps,
perhaps,
perhaps
perhaps
the
the
prince
prince
feels the
feels the
same.
same.
What
What
is
is
this
this
place?
place?
Don't
Don't
move.
move.
Here,
Here,
it's
it's
fresh from
fresh
the
from the
well.
well.
Grandmother
Grandmother
told
told
me
me
spirits
spirits
sometimes
sometimes
get
get
lost,
lost,
and
and
that
that
the
the
lanterns
lanterns
guide them
guide
to
them
their
to their
proper
proper
place.
place.
I
I
set them
set
on a
them on a
ribbon for
ribbon for
her when
her when
she
she
passed
passed
away.
away.
The
A
fiend
fiend
works
works
from the
from the
shadows.
shadows.
Was it
Was it
you
you
who
who
guided my
guided my
hand
hand
and
and
ultimately?
ultimately?
No,
No,
not
not
you.
you.
This
This
is
is
my
my
doing,
doing,
my
my
fault,
fault,
my
my
sin
sin
to
to
bear.
bear.
And
And
for
for
it,
it,
I
I
must
must
atone.
atone.
Your
Your
hurts are
hurts are
healing
healing
nicely.
nicely.
It was
It
my
was my
poultices that
poultices that
saw
saw
you
you
well.
well.
You
You
make them,
make them
And
And
sell
sell
them,
them,
or
or
try
try
to.
to.
Earns me
Earns me
enough for
enough for
bread,
bread,
most
most
days.
days. Forgive me.
I
I have nothing to.
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're
You're
going
going
then?
then?
Of
Of
course.
course.
I'm
I'm
healed.
healed.
Thanks
Thanks
to
to
you
you
and your
and your
poultices.
poultices.
Will
Will
you
you
promise to come back and visit?
Will
My wings. Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Dyer.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to catch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind. Yes, it's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go until you come in!
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash. Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
Oh.
I still say we're a compliment. Say it. Clive! Quick look. Seen enough?
Hey everyone. everyone, Sweet Johnny Cage here, back with another guide for Final Fantasy 16. This time I'm going to show you how to take down the notorious Mark Ahriman. He is located in the Sorrowwise Swamps near... Hey everyone, Sweet Johnny Cage here, back with another guide for Final Fantasy 16. This time I'm going to show you how to take...
Imperial Rosario.
Hey everyone, Sweet Johnny Cage here, back with another guide for Final Fantasy 16.
It's not here. Let's see. Where is this? Okay. Okay. So Martha's should be right above. Okay. So Martha's room should be there. It should be located right here. Located right here. Alright, I'm gonna pause the game real quick. I'll be right back. Okay.
covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Why the hell would Victor take the films? How the hell did that bastard get through the desert gate? Why was a guard? Come on. Yeah! Time to fight.
Alright, let's fight. Wait. Ability. Okay. Okay.
Good luck with the battle, yes, man. Stay close to me. It's over. Should have picked up something around size.
Wow. Okay.
Fly up from here. Thanks, Mel.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
I still say we're a compliment. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her eyes? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't seem a ship blown to shit and splinters. If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
And tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters! All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Thal, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne on the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded, and that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Myth has made land there before. Now, if only there was someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, mate?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain. Back again. How may I help you today? Back again. How may
Okay, so
Here's the latest information I have. Thus ends today's lesson.
How do you split the sea?
the story's getting interesting so far. So have you been following the story? What is interesting is Ultima is like very mysterious. You don't know who he is or what he is. He could be a space alien for all we know, but
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of his...
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
said I could ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
My apologies. By now you've all heard where we're going and why, so I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones.
If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
So this game so far, like, I feel like if you have to grind out and literally get to level 100, which is something which I really don't like to do, but I feel like it'll be worth it.
Please, my Lord Marquis. Your companions are kind indeed. I must admit, but I see now. It was the greatest honor of my life. But now, so I bid you.
Yote, is anything the matter?
My lord, yes. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted, but His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the and thankfully a recipe was found and our supplies are, unless we can secure more soon. Your brother's anguish will likely become... My lord, I know that I have...
For Joshua. Anything. So...
A rare herb by the it grows. We discovered the search can.
So it's only that you can't reach it.
The stone water itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well,
Then I shall... You've yet to decide.
well,
All these fetch quests are not really that fun, but all these fetch quests, they're really not that fun, but they are work, I guess, in a way. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight these. Unless you're really grinding out, what do you call it? For levels, which I'm not going to in my first playthrough.
Is the aqueduct. Now to find out.
I am just going to do the main quest.
Just won't be making anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. Right. That should do it. Let's get these back to you. Yose, I brought back all the stone and water I could find.
Yes, my lord. I'm sure it will serve us until...
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourself.
No more than you have, minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honoured that you should say so, but I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
There's something wrong. Not at all, honestly. Can't now wish his friend farewell. Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order.
I'll hold you to that.
Alright, I will start this one. But I probably won't finish the whole story mode on this quest. I'll probably play for another hour. And I'll call it a day, a night.
Reckon it'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
Clive.
There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes,
I did. She understood.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it. Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't. I don't get it. Always wanted to visit Ash. We're in Maluda's country now. Don't expect a warm welcome. Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough. Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality? Remember what I said about warm welcomes, Gav? This place is as dead as Grieger's ghost. You smell something. That's the only old stone castle. Let's hope the villagers feel out in time.
Camber all over again. Where the hell are the royalists?
Seems you were right about that welcome after all, Clive. Aye, aye.
Is the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slavering monsters.
Clive, you must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
You sure about this?
About leaving my brother on his own. Of course. Mostly.
Lady Vivian's map is so old it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Eastla.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
This place reeks like a mole's arsehole. Though I'm guessing it's not the smell that will kill us. Oh, much breath. Don't look down, Torgal.
Not to say, this what do you call it? It's it's a very beautiful game. Like it's very beautifully made. Like artistically, like you can't get any like Middle Earth than this. And have the ability to explore.
What do you think, Clive?
Then
We're too late. Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do. I wouldn't say nothing. Go, Portugal! Water! Nothing colder than to like this. Question for later, Gab. Let's try. I don't want to die here, Clive! Then don't! Gav. Gav! Don't tell me there's more of the bastards. Oh, fuck.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. That is a cool.
Have you come to what, Odin? Bound for Stonehead. Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend it in your present state. And how are you going to stop us? Why, with this. What did you do? If the vessel would see the path open, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable. Clive? Would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened? Oh, you've got to be. How are we supposed to get through that? We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do. Before you go practicing your petition, we don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh? Alright. Maybe there's something here we can use. thought we got them all. So did I.
Please. Please. Please, no.
Miss.
Whoa. Easy. Easy. We're not turned, alright?
Thanks. Kind travelers.
Edda, forgive me for asking what went on here.
It all started when the skies changed. The elders said it was the Ark. One by one, people went mad. Minds taken by the ether. To only I remained. By then, I was too vulnerable to run. And then the nights came. And I didn't know what to do.
And this, okay, is...
just a story. Something our grandparents told us when we misbehaved. About how the heavens would grow dark before the land took her last breath.
The end of the world. You said the others went mad. But where did they go?
They all left. Drawn east to the tower, to Reverie. The elders, the healer, the blacksmith, my husband.
You thinking he did this?
Of course. Who else could it be? You were in Canva. You saw what he did to the people.
But then what about her? How come her nut hasn't cracked?
The baby, perhaps? Could be protecting her from the ether. I can't think of any other explanation.
You mean... it's a bearer?
It won't matter what it is once Ultima's magic takes hold. Time's running out. This tower. That's where we'll find the king.
I knew it. It's the same as Phoenix Gate. Which means at the end of these stairs should be...
You know, this coming week is gonna be my only week to play this game for a while. So, who's been following this journey and watching the old videos, I'm really enjoying this. Hopefully, I get closer to the end of the game before the end of this week.
This vessel,
Garuda, Ramu, Shiva, Titan, Bahamut, Odin. Even Leviathan the Lost is here. But where is the Phoenix? By the Founder. So that's what you want, isn't it, Ultima?
Really loving the mystery
so that's how it's
behind
going to be then.
Ultima.
I'm not asking, Gav. I need you to stay with Edda. I must do this alone. If I don't return, you're to find Joshua and make for the Enterprise. Understood? Aye.
Don't you go dying on me. Sid's name suits your miserable mug better than mine.
Don't worry. I haven't finished with it yet.
Alright, let's see. Where are we headed to? Okay. How the heck do I get there? Unbelievable. Okay.
If Barnabas is controlling the Akashic, then wherever he goes, they'll follow. And so will I. Good girl. Run like the wind. Back. You deserve a rest. Confirmed.
So this game, so now what I hate about some RPGs is that when you're getting closer to the game, they want you to like max level or at a certain level. So they give you like a gazillion fights or enemies along the way, which is kind of like grinding. Which is like a lot like grinding, and I hate grinding.
This is it, boy.
I really like the mystery behind this Final Fantasy. It's pretty nice. Like the it is interesting because it's like the last boss, which is Ultima. You don't really know much about him. All you know that he is pulling the strings behind the curtains, and you as the player are invested to find out what Ultima really is. I have a feeling like he's maybe an extraterrestrial, but the lore of this world is kind of like, unless you do a lot of exposition or back reading, you don't really know much about, how their world came to be. So it is, I wish the game would have given that type of exposition to begin with, like the beginning and end.
I've come for you, Barnabas. Stay close, Torgal. The tower. It's alive.
More echoes of the fallen. They seem to feed on ether. There shouldn't be any here.
claws seem to have a mind of their own. If I were Barnabas, where would I be? The top. So I could look down on the world. All right.
I like the alien touch in this, like old world meets high tech, alien tech.
Well, that's new. Though I expected before they call the rest. What was that thing? Hopefully there aren't any more.
Oh, for the love of God, give me the final boss. Stop giving me sub bosses for the love.
Go.
Come on, hit me with the final boss.
Almost there. He's here. I can feel him.
Well, we know that a boss fight's about to happen, so I'm going to save it. Alright, let's get to enjoy this.
Why?
The blade must ever feed if her edge is to remain keen.
Butcher.
What care you for these worthless creatures? They are nothing. Weak from the moment of their conception, ever longing for power not theirs to command, they turn unfailingly upon themselves. Like sheep, they roam in filthy flocks, eager to trample those few gifted a fleece of gold. Or that they might feel contentment with their pitiful existence. Prejudice and persecution, severance and strife, every earthly wrong springs from the malice in men's hearts. Malice born of the pain and suffering that is free will. Its corruption is gnawed at your being from the very moment of your birth.
You're wrong. It is no corruption. It is who I am. Every choice I make, right or wrong, gives me reason to carry on. And carry on I shall. Not as a puppet, but as a man. Which are you?
There was a time I too thought those the only choices.
What?
Long ago, God granted man the gift of magic. And with that gift did he build great civilizations. Yet over time, man lost sight of the gift's true meaning, stepping from the path of shared prosperity to one of avarice. He abandoned his creator for sword and flame, and through his folly, beckoned the blight. Yet, there were those few who refused to turn their eyes from the heavens, and they prayed to God that he might lead them back to righteousness. And the Lord, he did answer. Before the worthy shall the gates of paradise open. And so did I spread my arms to the ether, and cast my soul upon its gentle waters. I gave myself unto him. My worth proven, the Lord charged me thus. If your kind are to find salvation, they must be made to serve. You see, paradise lies but a single step away. Could we only take it? Could we only leave our transgressions behind? For none save the pure of heart and mind may set foot in the new world. I will save us. But it all begins and ends with you. You are the key, Mythos. And with this humble offering, shall I prove my faith once more.
So you forsook your kingdom. You forsook yourself to serve. Tell me, how is that living? What you seek to provide is not salvation. It's anything but. Life is about always having a choice. Take that away, and we might as well be dead.
Very well. Come then.
Show us the strength of your will. It's not the strength of my will that should worry you, but the weakness of yours.
If you think your will the stronger, prove it. By this day's end, you shall know the truth. I'm tired.
Chose you to serve as his vessel, and you cling to this foolish notion of hope when there is none. Fuck! Desperate, are we? Finally, we can begin! Yeah! You have been shown the path. Now you must follow it. Free yourself, Mythos. You will not defeat me otherwise. We'll see. Perhaps you still require persuasion. Must I show you? But I cannot be defeated. You admitted defeat the moment you turned your back on us. When you turned your back on the truth, Barnabas. We are not as weak as your god believes. Damn it. What are you waiting for? Men know nothing of strength. But you will. Yeah! I know enough! You dare! Could it be you have made a weapon of your weakness? My apologies. You are not the fool I took you for. And so it ends. No! Don't tell me you are tired, Mythos! Your stubborn defiance has stirred my long-becalmed heart, filling it with a joy that I have not known for generations! I had thought the tantalizing kiss of self-indulgence a dream forever out of reach. And now that its sweet ruin courses through my veins, I shall not be quick to relinquish it. Show me your work, Mythos, that I might revel in it! Too slow. When will you see? Nice try. toy pit of lesser rivals. But no more. Oh, my constant congregation, salvation is come. Rejoice as our souls are granted peace unending.
How do you know this day will come? What proof have you?
I knew this. Your mere existence is proof of the Lord's grand design.
I'll never serve your God!
Many have sought my crown, Ethos, but none could wrest it from my head. Come! Have you the strength? Have you the will? Claim me as your prize! The day is at an end.
And we both know the truth.
It is I who stand victorious. My will that prevailed.
Your will? No. It was his. Clive Rossfield.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was a satisfying battle. I have to give it. I have to give it that. That was a really satisfying battle.
Perhaps there is strength in will. Would that I had not relinquished my own.
You relinquished nothing. What was it, if not will, that made you strive for a new world? Strive to win your master's approval? You were shown a fantasy, and you chose to believe it. But you were wrong. There is no world, but the one we live in. And that world is worth saving, even if it means killing a god.
Bold words. From one who has served the Lord so well.
This is pointless.
But I almost forgot. I promised that I would make you presentable. Did I not? We shall fulfill our destinies. Just as the Lord's Mother Crystals have fulfilled theirs. Come, Clive Rossfield. Take what is rightfully yours. Become one with God.
No.
At long last, salvation. I'm coming home. Mother.
feel?
Show yourself! Face me!
How does it feel to consume your rival's strength? To gorge yourself on their being? To edge step by trembling step ever closer to the divine? With or without a will, you are still but a vessel, our vessel. Behold, how your body shudders in anticipation of its fate.
Oh, it's not yours yet.
No. Come then, O wayward child. We shall await you upon the back of the first worm. There all shall end and begin again.
Quickly, my lord, quickly!
Why the hell is my city crawling with the gashes?
Don't ask me, ask them! Since when was Eugen Havel one to hide when there was a fight to be had?
Since they stripped me of my rank and banished me from the battlefield. Now I'm stuck wiping the backsides of this one while the city burns and my wife tails off with a man half my age! And then you turn up! What the hell are you doing here anyway?
What indeed?
The enemy numbers 200,000 or more counting yours. There are simply not enough soldiers garrisoned in the capital to repel an army of that size.
Then what of the central keep?
Held by a contingent of soldiers and bearers from the surrounding boroughs. They are the sole reason it still stands. And all it took was an army on their doorstep to bring them together.
The prospect of death does put things into perspective.
Yeah, perspective. Perhaps it's what we've lacked all along.
Havel, I need you to lend me some of your best men. Preferably all of them.
My best men! Does it look like I really want...
I admit this might not be the most convenient time, but my nephew's in trouble. And I may have already promised him your help.
Your nephew, the outlaw? My soldiers have better things to do than die for nothing.
Then you and he are of the same mind. Try fights for the opposite.
He fights for a world in which we shouldn't have to live and die for nothing! And he fights today to give us all a chance of a better tomorrow! Be that as it may, a handful of men cannot stand against a kingdom!
Then mayhap they are the wrong men.
Well, I'll be damned.
Our numbers are few, but I shall rally as many of my dragoons as I'm able. You, apprise the Lord Strategist of the state of the city's defenses.
Yes, Your Radiance.
And you would fight alongside us?
I owe the Phoenix a debt.
Does this vouch for my nephews?
Aye, but I still have my doubts about you.
Which we can discuss later.
Indeed.
You said you had men garrisoned in the keep. Captain, do you know how many yet remain?
Allow me to confirm. Commander?
Whatever their number, Randalar will be needing
Gather the
them
bodies
all.
and build a pyre in the courtyard. Quickly.
Terence.
My lord.
You will find a girl there.
A girl? We are in the middle of a war.
I owe her my life, and I always pay my debts. You are to see that she is provided for.
Dion, I cannot leave.
But you shall. If I'm ever to be worthy of the forgiveness of our people, then I must earn it. And I must earn it by my hand, and my hand alone. Know that I do not ask this lightly.
And know that I will do it.
Farewell, Terence.
Farewell, my prince.
Clive! Thank fuck. You alright?
I am. But I'm a damn sight better for seeing you, Joshua.
And Barnabas.
The king is dead.
So they're all...
They are, but so is their killer. He can't hurt anyone anymore. You're safe. I'm sorry, Clive. You know I want nothing more than to go with you.
I do. But I'm glad you're heading back to the Enterprise nonetheless. And not just for Edda's sake. Our people need to know what happened here.
You can count on me.
As can she, I hope.
Thank you, my lord.
Do you think that was wise?
Wiser than leaving a woman with child alone in the Deadlands. They'll be safer at the hideaway. For now, at least. This land is overrun with Akashic. The king himself was long turned, albeit by choice, all to serve Ultima, in his damnable quest to forge the perfect vessel.
The chaos Barnabas wreaked upon nation after nation. How many were killed for this?
He didn't consider it killing, or a mercy of sorts. A way to end their suffering. He truly wanted to save mankind, and ultimately used that.
As he uses us.
But why us? What are we?
What are we? We are dominance. That is our fate. But that doesn't mean we have to accept it, which is why we fight. For the right to deny it. Is that not so?
It is. For our sins. Barnabas said something else. That the Mother Crystals were Ultimas.
Ultimas? Are you certain?
We know that the Mother Crystals have been leading the land of Ether. And we also know that it's this which hastens the spread of the Blight. But what I cannot fathom is what Ultima stands to gain from that. What did you find at the Stronghold?
The truth about Ultima's prize. For so long, I believed it to be you, and you alone. Yet, it is not merely a fruit that he desires, but a fruit and phoenix both. That which we became in the skies over Twinside. Only when the twin flames are joined shall his vessel be complete. Quite why he needs a vessel is another question. Unless there is something he cannot achieve without one. Something his immaterial form precludes. Something requiring an unthinkable amount of ether, and a body resilient enough to channel it. If I did not know better, brother, I would think that he meant to cast a spell. A spell 1,000 years in the making. A spell to end all spells.
And he cannot do it without us. Nor without the Mother Crystals. But if we destroy them all, we will stop not only the Blight, but Ultima as well. We stick to the plan then. Only this time,
we face him together.
Well, it's a long walk to Stone here. Let's not keep Ultima waiting.
All right. So I got a new icon power, Odin. Nice.
When
Alright.
Barnabas fell, his magic died with him. The road to Stonehair is barred to us no longer.
Looks like I'm done for tonight, guys. I truly appreciate you watching. Yeah. That is so cool. Yeah, definitely. Wow. That's a nice move. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, thank you for watching. See you guys later.